The alternative lenders stepped up. They came to me and offered me the services that I needed to get going.
You have to write a nice and complete business plan.
Finding access to capital has absolutely been the most challenging aspect to launching our business. My name is Serafina Palendek. I am the president and co-founder of Hip Chick Farms. We make a line of frozen chicken products. We make a chicken finger, chicken meatballs, and chicken wings. My partner's a chef. She started chefing at Chez Panisse with the legendary and revolutionary Alice Waters. About 3 years ago, we left our little home in San Francisco and bought this beautiful farm in beautiful Sebastopol to really live our beliefs around sustainable food systems and humane farming. And that's when we started Hip Chick Farms. We wanted to make a line of products that showcased Jen's amazing recipes and was impeccably sourced, but it's all fully cooked and frozen, so it's really convenient for busy families like ourselves. Finding access to capital has absolutely been hands down, the most challenging aspect to launching our business. We had some capital expenses, such as we had to buy some equipment to manufacture. We had to buy packaging, upfront expenses that we didn't have the capital to do. And I quickly found out that traditional banking environments wouldn't loan money to a startup without 3 years of sales records. And that's when I learned about these non-traditional lending organizations. And ultimately, where we borrowed the money was OBDC, which is the Oakland Business Development Center. We were able to secure an SBA loan through them, and also through TMC Working Solutions, where we were able to secure a micro loan. Having a solid business plan in place and having a solid financial plan in place was the first and biggest step. And since launching it a year ago, we're in over 250 stores. We'll be in 600 stores by the end of this year. So ask for help. Keep looking, don't give up, and there's absolutely lots of resources out there for all of us.
Working Solutions is a nonprofit microlender, and we are actually a CDFI institution. We lend between $5,000 and $50,000 to startup and existing businesses who cannot get financing anywhere else and who basically are declined by a bank for a loan. So our mission is really to provide access to capital to business owners who have little to no access to capital. We also do a lot of hand-holding throughout the application process, and we really do help our applicants through applying for the loan, what documents they need, and getting them loan ready. We meet with all of our borrowers on a quarterly basis, and we also do provide mentors, business coaching, advising. We like to counsel all of our borrowers to be very careful about how they spend the microloan. It's really important to borrow the money as close as possible to actually receiving revenue.
We started with this business to promote the values and the culture and the products of Mexico here in the United States. My name is Oscar Cano. The name of my company is the Grey Highlander Corporation. We are importing from Mexico El Rey Zapoteco Mezcal. There are basically 3 differences between mezcal and tequila. The first one is the region. Tequila is coming from Jalisco, and mezcal is normally coming from Oaxaca. The second difference is the plant. The tequila is made from blue agave, and the mezcal is made from agave espadín. And the third and main difference is the making process. In order to start our business, my brother and I invested our savings in the company. This is the way we started. And then we had to look for some financing from financial institutions. We went to banks, we went to other venues for us to get the capital we need to grow. The main issue is that for startups, for new business, it is very hard that a bank would issue a loan or open a credit line, because we basically have no credit history and we have no records. Our resources were limited and we needed an extra infusion of capital for us to buy more inventory, to be able to import the product and to access more customers. In this case, we have been working with this company called Working Solutions, and after a brief application period, we got a loan from them. It is very important that you have a clear idea of what is your business, what are you selling, what are the different aspects of your product or your service in relation to your competition. You have to write a nice and complete business plan. This is providing a lot of information that the lenders will require. And as we say in México, es muy importante tener las ganas y tener el impulso y la decisión para hacer algo importante, algo que trascienda.
I would recommend that all businesses, whether they're a startup or existing, have a really good business plan that they can use as a roadmap or a tool for their business. As far as applying for a loan, it's a very good idea to have an idea of what your credit situation looks like. It's important to have good, clean credit, nothing in arrears or in collections at the time of application. And we also do recommend that all of our startups especially have a secondary source of income so that they do have the ability to cover their living expenses and their household expenses, and so 100% of the loan goes into the business.
My name is Dee Dee Rydberg. I own Dee Dee's Guerneville Graphics and Printing. We are a full-service print shop with high-speed black and white and color copy services with full bindery services, all the finishing.
You got it. Thank you. Okay.
My employer said he wanted to retire, and I said, well, I wanted to take it over. I started going to the banks, the local banks and everybody, and situations just were not, I did not have the savings at the time to put in my investment.
Now, is there color on all paper?
The alternative lenders stepped up. They came to me and they offered me their services where the local banks and credit unions were not open to my needs at the time. They knew that I had the experience to do it, but I didn't have my capital to do it on my own. And so they reached out to me and offered me the services that I needed to get going. Between Bodega Bay and Santa Rosa and Gualala, I'm the only print shop that's offering these services to the customers in a 25-mile radius. I would greatly advise anyone who needs it to explore all the different options, to take advantage of what is out there and not just hold yourself to the local banks and the credit unions. See what else is out there, what other alternatives that can be available to you.
I see Working Solutions and the Sonoma Economic Development Board working together as partners to educate small businesses and the small business community on what is needed to prepare for a microloan and even what is needed to prepare to launch a business.